It's a horrible day in the mask pit. A horrible day in the mask pit. It's so creepy and so spooky. Hey everyone, Nick down here in the mask pit with another thrill-packed, action-packed video for you guys. Can I say this? Did you get that? I didn't even for those of you that didn't. Anyway, this is the subject of this video, but let me tell you about some videos coming up. I am going to refinish the TOTS 78 mask here with the what's called the RELIC finish, and also we'll be overhauling the famous or infamous Tamu ripoff mask, which is the ripoff mask of the TOTS 78. And people have also asked if why not do a video on the resin pumpkins. So that will be coming up. So just so you know, along other things, I have a remastered Elvis in concert video coming up, and pancakes in a cup. So I do have a lot coming up to keep you guys interested. A little something for everybody. But when I mentioned the RELIC finish that I want to put on this, the RELIC finish was devised for the Dead Relic mask. Oh, another video that's coming up, because I am holding the plastic mold. There will be a video about plastic molds. A lot of people don't know much about, if anything, about using a plastic mold as opposed to a plaster of Paris or Ultracal mold. So a video on that will be coming up. So don't you go anywhere, and subscribe rate to this channel, because you don't want to miss one of those. Okay, so let's get back to this. This is the Dead Relic mold, as you can see here. And the Dead Relic came out when pictures were posted of the modern day hero mask, the modern day Michael Myers mask, what it looks like today. And that came out, I'm thinking, sometime in 2017 or 2016, somewhere around there. And then, of course, the 2018 Halloween came out, and people were speculating, what is that mask going to look like? Is it going to look like the modern day hero? It looked nothing like the modern day hero. And so I wanted to do not a replica of the modern day hero. I wanted to do a kind of my own version of the modern day hero. Now, the modern day hero mask, for years and years, it was in the possession of Nick Castle. Many years in the possession of Dick Warlock, and then he sold it to a gentleman who has it to this day, and he's the one that posted the pictures of the modern day hero. Now since the mask hadn't been used, and even for a while when Dick Warlock had it, he took care of that mask. He babied it. It was pampered, and he kept it in a big tin with a sealed lid and everything, and it was pampered. And so when the guy posted the picture of the mask today, you see a mask that was used in 2 movies, but basically after that it was pampered. The Dead Relic is a mask based on, if it was a real Michael Myers mask, and Michael Myers wore it from 1978 to that present day, 2018 or whatever. And it was not pampered, it was actually worn. It was worn all of that time by the real Michael Myers. Are you following me here? And that's what this is. Now, I am taking this out of the plastic mold. I'll get a close-up so you can see how it works here. A lot of people have never seen the process of a mold, of a pole, I should say, coming out of a mold, whether it's plastic or whatever. So I'm going to show it right here. I think it's cool. It's just a cool process, and I never get tired of it. Okay, so here we do. So the first thing you want to do with any mask that you pull from the mold is to dust the inside with just regular baby powder. Because latex loves to stick to latex, and it is once it sticks, it is very hard to separate. So you dust it with a little baby powder in there, get that coated. And let me get over here so you can see the birthing of a mask pull. I'm just going to work it away from the sides of the mold here. And it's the same process that you would do with taking the mask from a regular plaster mold. Okay, so here we are. It's pretty much free, and out it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah. All right. Here is the pull of the dead relic. For all you people that can't get a foam head the size of your mask, you can make it the size of your mask. Oh yeah. Now, what I wanted to do with the dead relic, this is what I call a concept mask. I wanted to take some of the features that were present in the modern day hero and incorporate them into the dead relic along with some of my own ideas. So the modern day hero has enlarged eye openings where the latex is at a point now where it's shifting and it's kind of sagging and crazy, doing crazy things. And so you have enlarged eye openings with some cracks. And the mouth has a gaping mouth due to the disintegration of the latex. So what I did, I put some holes in here and some slits. And here is the needle mark where they put a patch on the inside of the modern day hero, the actual mask. And I have it so that it's actually going to be falling off and separating from the mask. And I also did a tear here where it's coming apart, and I'll be cutting that out. And I put another tear mark here, along with some pock marks and strange things like that. And what I did, I actually took a dead ringer mask and I did all of this work on it, and I heated it up with a blowtorch, and I just manipulated it with heat, and by stretching it, I should say overstretching it, and that's how. And then I made a mold of that, and that's how we have the dead relic right here. Now this is actually the second dead relic concept mask I made. I didn't want to waste a good pull in doing this because I didn't know if it was going to work. So I took a flawed pull, and it was a little smaller than this, and I kind of tinkered around and kind of saw what was going to happen when I heated it up with the blowtorch, and it was more or less a practice so that I could get a feel of how to manipulate the latex. And I'm going to put some pictures of that up right now so you can see it. Recently, or not recently, I sold the mask a few years ago to somebody, and they have the original concept mask of the dead relic. And then once I kind of knew what I thought I was doing, I worked on a nice blank from the, this is the large dead ringer right here. And some people, when they see this, they're afraid that this dangling section will somehow fall off or be not really well attached to the mask. But believe me, it will not fall off. It is part of the mask, and this will never fall off. Believe me. Now, he does look a little different here, doesn't he? That's because I turned the mask inside out. And what I've been doing for the past year is I have been sealing the insides of my mask, not only my masks, but of the overhauls. I do also the TOTS mask. I seal the insides as well, because we don't want a new mask looking like a dead relic in just a few years. So try to take every precaution to make masks last as long as they can. So I'm going to be sealing this. This also protects the signature on the inside. A lot of people wear their mask, and after a while, if they wear it a lot, that will wear off, and so this will keep it intact. And for mask care, a lot of people ask me, I do send them a tip sheet that comes with all of my masks about the care of masks. And the biggest thing that deteriorates masks is the oils from your hands and face. So whenever, if you want to practice optimum care for your mask, you should wipe it down with a damp cloth after each wearing and give it a little dusting with baby powder, and put it on a foam head, stuffed on a beanie, and stuffed out so that it's not draping, and that will keep it in really, really good shape. Also, keep it away from, don't store it in a room that has fluorescent lighting, and do not store it or display it in direct sunlight, because that is also deteriorating to a mask, along with places of excessive humidity like a basement. I have a dehumidifier going in the mask pit, so we've got the humidity pretty much taken care of down here. Now, one thing I'm going to do now that I haven't done on any other dead relic masks, and taking a little idea from the mask you can't unsee, I want to texture up portions of the mask a little bit. So I'm trying to think of what to do. And right now I'm experimenting. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some contact cement paste, and I'm just going to put some on here randomly, stipple it to kind of make it rough. And one of the reasons I'm using contact cement and not latex is because latex will take time to dry and cure, and contact cement will dry quicker. And still, I'm using it, it's not flexible. Some use some much. I never use my, so I can't say yes or no, so I can use that. I just don't know how flexible it is. in here in the new mask pit, yes, I'm really making some progress down here, but it's not ready to divulge yet. But anyway, I'm just working on this deluxe dead relic here. And one of the techniques is just putting a little water on my thumb, or spit. Sometimes that works just as good, if not better. And I don't know if you can see if it's see what I'm doing here? It's just bringing out the detail in that right there. Just rubbing away that top layer of weathering here and there. You don't want to do the whole thing the same. But you just want to bring out some detail. Yeah, this is one of my favorite masks to weather, because it's so dramatic. It's like the mask you can't unsee. I love that name. By the way, I will be doing a TOTS 78 mask in the style of the mask you can't unsee pretty soon. I guess I'll be calling it the TOTS 78 mask you can't unsee. And I look at you see where I'm basically, I put a very thin wash coat of a little nutmeg brown on here. Very, very, the mist almost unseeable. But when you're taking it, when I'm rubbing it off, and I'm making these little drops of water mixed with that residue, and it's making these little, like right there, these little things that you could not duplicate with a paintbrush. And it's these little things that I love to do. I see, the thing about weathering is, I tell people, you have to make it look like you didn't paint the weathering on there. The look you're going for is an actual weathering. You want it to look like the paint has been worn off, not that it's been layered on. And so that's what I try to do. And I do see some masks, and they look really, really good. But when you look at them closely, you can tell that it has been painted on, and you can see the layers of paint and this and that. And it looks good. Don't get me wrong. It does look good. But the look I'm going for is to wear away the paint as it actually would be, not to build up layers of paint. Although there are layers of paint on here, but I'm making it not look like that. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna, yeah, that's coming out really good. I'm really love this mask here. Love it, love it, love it. Still not done, still working on it. I got the rest of the day, and I hope everybody has a horrible day. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm clicking on my YouTube camera right now. Sino was a recipient of a free 13 mask, and just by chance, now people always ask me, how do people get free 13 masks? And it varies. It really varies. Now here's how Sino got his free 13 mask. Just by chance, I'm perusing my Facebook feed, all right, which I occasionally do. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. Now you have to remember, I think I have over, I don't want this to fall off, I think I have over 12,000 Facebook, 5,000 official friends, and about 6,000 or 7,000 followers, because the Facebook caps you off at 5,000. So nobody can be my friend. You can just be a follower. So, I mean, can you imagine the posts from 5,000 people that are on my Facebook feed? Now, not everybody is on Facebook 24 hours a day, and not everybody posts a lot, but still, there are a lot of people on my Facebook feed. I can't even, I scroll for about 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then after that, I read a few things that are interesting, make my comments, and then after that, it's just too much, because I have things to do. So it's like, oh my God, I could actually spend all day and all night, 24 hours on Facebook, just reading everything from everybody. So I have to limit my scrolling time to about 10 or 15 minutes. So within that 10 or 15 minutes, knowing there are 12,000 people, boom, 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 posting things on my Facebook feed, I just happened to come across a post from Sino, and let me try to think of what it said. He was reposting something, and it was one of those kind of things like a chain letter, and it said, if you repost this, something good will happen to you. So Sino reposts it, and I think he said something in his post like, it's like, what have I got to lose, So I happened to see that, and knowing Sino is a big Michael Myers fan and collector and fan of the 13 mask, I said, I can actually make this post come true. There's probably tens of thousands of people have sent that out, and probably nobody has gotten anything good happening to them, but I can actually I can make this come true for this guy here, Sino. So I told him, I said, Sino, I saw your post, and I want to give you a free 13 mask just because I saw this post, and I think you deserve something good to happen to you because you did post this, and I want to make this post come true so that you did not waste your time just posting it. And I think he thought I was joking, but I said, no, I am dead serious. I am going to give you a free 13 mask, yes. And now, when I sell 13 masks, at that point, I had sold quite a few on eBay, and probably 97% of them went for $1,000 or more. And so when I started taking orders, that's about what I charge. So, but Sino, just from posting that, got $1,000 13 mask for absolutely free. And that's how weird things can happen. You just never know. And when I do give free things away, if you have the I'm going to do something. If you're watching this, and if you don't have the Making of the 13 Mask download, drop me a PM and just tell me you would like the Making of the 13 Mask video download. Now it's a documentary about how I created the 13 Mask and all of the different marketing techniques that I've used to just get the word out there, and including giving away free masks and everything. And you'll see how I chose some people to receive free masks, and sometimes it backfires, and you'll see how it backfired when I tell you the story of one person who was I picked to get a free mask. I think the first person to get a free mask was the first person that sent me a message through email when I had the first 13 masks for sale. I didn't tell anybody my real name, and it was very, very secretive and everything. And I said, the first person, and I'm just saying this to myself, the first person that writes me an email through eBay to tell me how much they like the 13 mask, I am going to give that person a free 13 mask. And so days went by, and I wasn't getting any. I wasn't getting any love from the eBay people. But I waited, and before long, somebody did send a very nice email to me, a glowing email complimenting the 13 mask. So I said, okay, so I bookmarked him for a free mask. I wrote his name down so I wouldn't forget it. And then somehow I had to figure out how to get his name and address so I could send it to him without him knowing it. I just wanted him to go to his door someday, have a priority box out there, and open it, and the 13 mask would be in there with a little note from me. And so I can't really remember. If you get the download, yeah, just tell me you want the 13 documentary download. It's about 3 hours, so make yourself some drinks and make a big bowl of popcorn. Make yourself a big bowl of Jiffy Pop. I have put hours and hours into it, and late nights, and I still cannot activate my Etsy account. And at this point, I don't think I want to, because I hear so many people saying just how frustrating it can be to be a seller on Etsy. So I don't think I'm going to waste any more time. I might go review it one more time, and if I can't do it, I just can't do it. But every now and then I see people posting like, why does Etsy make it so complicated to get an account? So I'm glad that I'm not the only one that can't figure it out. Etsy got its big boost from Oprah. When Oprah had her show, she mentioned, she bought something on Etsy. Boom! That company, immediately, overnight, went into the Fortune 500 billion top money makers on the internet. That's all you had to do was have Oprah sanction your business, and that's it. And then I guess I'm going to take a break. Yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock. Take take Yeti and Frosty out in the backyard so they can bark at nothing. Okay, a little dramatic lighting on here, and here we have the completed Deluxe Dead Relic. Really, really happy with the way this came out. When I first started making the Dead Relics several years ago, I remember I made my first mask and I had it down here, and my wife came down and she sees this mask and she knows I do, you know, overhauls, and she goes, "You've got to be kidding me. Somebody actually sent you this mask to overhaul? It is beyond hope. You would think that they would just trash it and forget about it." I'm like, "Lisa, I just made this mask. It's brand new." And she was, she couldn't believe it. She goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "I thought that thing was like 50 years old." Yeah, I like the way the contact cement kind of added some textures here that I was able to accentuate down here. It's all of these tiny little things, all these tiny little pock marks up here were made with putting a blowtorch on the original master, latex master, and it made these pock marks, and I really like that. And I love the way the patch here that they put on flares out like it just ripped off of there. And there is a video of Dick Warlock, I think it's on YouTube, of him taking the hero mask out of the big tin canister that he kept it in, and I think the patch actually fell off, and you see him holding it up, and the middle part of the mask also eventually just fell off. And that was with him, I mean, really pampering that mask and babying it and being so careful whenever he picked it up. That's what happened to it. And so there you have it, the making of the deluxe dead relic. Over here is a regular dead relic, very similar, just doesn't have the extra textures that I've been working on, but still a great mask. So if you're interested in a dead relic mask, hey, you gotta just give me an email. All of my info is in my video description. ElvisEcho@AOL.com. I actually thought I uploaded this video a couple months ago, but somebody said, hey, I'm still waiting for that Dead Relic video. And I'm like, gee, I thought I uploaded it. And you know why I didn't upload it? Because I didn't shoot the ending of it. So that's why I'm doing it right now, about 2 months later, shooting the ending, so I can upload it in a couple hours. I'll get this tagged on to the end of that original video, and we'll be going. Another exciting video. I get these ideas. If you've got an idea for a video that you want me to do, just put it in the comments, because I do get my ideas from you guys. But one of the ideas that I had was, you know, I make several versions of Michael Myers. And, you know, if you send me an email and you want to buy a mask, I'll send you all the price lists and sizes and specs of everything. But I want to have a video where you can click onto the video and you can see the Dead Relic, you can see the Dead Ringer, you can see the Thin Ringer, you can see the NHK, you can see the H-Man, and stuff like that. So I'm putting together a video of all that. It's like a video store where you can just check everything out in a video instead of just looking at a picture. So that's exciting. So yeah, please keep subscribing, comments, and sharing, and all that stuff that helps my analytics and helps my YouTube channel to grow. And because of you, it is growing. I'm putting a little more work and effort into it, and you guys are responding, so I truly do appreciate that. And until the next video, I hope everybody has a horrible day, right? Yeah. It's a horrible day in the mask pit. A horrible day in the mask pit. It's so creepy. Ha 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 ha.